Man, I never saw this coming, man. I really never saw this coming, man. We sat back and we listened to all the shenanigans and all the foul play and all the nasty talk, nasty work that these Cleveland insiders, Cleveland media has said about Shedeur Sanders. Even goes back to last year when they was minimizing him and advocating for Dylan Gabriel and was just talking nasty things about Shedeur Sanders. And we kept all the receipts. And I can't believe what I'm hearing from the Cleveland media now and some of these insiders. I never thought I would ever hear Jason Lloyd try to defend Shedeur Sanders and call out his buddy, Adam the Bull. But after listening to UCSS, because somebody referenced me to what they was talking about today, and I paid close attention. And basically, Jason Lloyd, he kind of checked Adam the Bull and called him out and asked him, why now? And we're going to talk about it right after this.
What's up, K-Sap? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. Let's get it.
I'm simply ball dropping, simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man, I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Nah.
Hey, let me put you on game. These other podcasts out here talking that shit, but ain't repping the same. This my bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your optics. From politics to your top picks. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio, stereo, pumping high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man, I got something to say.
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
Well, guys, you know I got something to say, man. And I find it kind of funny that we have to sit back and listen to this jibber jabber on how this Cleveland media and these Cleveland insiders portray Shedeur Sanders. And like I said, it all goes back to last year, all the nasty work, anybody but Shedeur. They need to draft a brand new quarterback in 2026 because Shedeur Sanders is not this, he's not that. And then all of a sudden, what happened? You get a healthy Deshaun Watson. And everybody knows that Deshaun Watson has worked hard and relentless to come back from the 2 Achilles injury. So during the offseason, after last year's season was over, there were some videos surfacing around about Deshaun Watson putting in work, working out with Jerry Jeudy. Everybody was captivated over that. They were saying, oh, man, Deshaun Watson looks good. It looked like he's returned. It looks like that's Deshaun Watson of 2020. And you heard the likes of Jason Lloyd, Adam the Bull, Anthony Lima, Tony Grossi, Mary Kay Cabot talking about Deshaun Watson looks really good. He's out there moving around. He's throwing the ball crisp. He's making great passes. And he looks tremendously better than Shedeur Sanders because we know the narrative. Anybody but Shedeur. But I find it kind of funny that through OTAs and the minicamp that there's different reports out there about Shedeur Sanders looking very good. And we heard what Todd Monken has said about Shedeur Sanders. He's made leaps and bounds since last year because we all know that Kevin Stefanski's system never gave Shedeur Sanders a chance. Shedeur Sanders never got a chance to work out with the ones. You know, he always had to go after practice, go up to the local college and, you know, get some throws in with the local college kids. We didn't find out that he wasn't getting the number 1 reps or any reps until he was put in the game against the Baltimore Ravens. After that, at the podium, he said, this is the first time throwing to the number 1s. And everybody was saying, everybody but Shedeur, they was having likes of drafting a new quarterback, Ty Simpson, Francisco Mendoza, and even guys that was currently in the NFL that was in free agency, like the Kyler Murray. You go to what's his name? Kirk Cousins, Malik Willis. It was all kinds of names, but they never got in that building because Andrew Berry started making some moves the day of free agency period started, going getting offensive linemen to bolster up that offensive line. You saw what Andrew Berry did in the draft this year. Went out and got weapons for your quarterback. No quarterback was drafted for the Cleveland Browns except for Taylor Green, late pick. And that goes to show that Andrew Berry, thinks highly enough that they have a franchise quarterback on the roster. But to sit there and listen to all the talk about Shedeur's not this and Shedeur's not that, because they saw what Deshaun Watson did this summer, and now that he's healthy and he is part of the quarterback room, and it's a quarterback competition going on, like Todd Monken said it would be, quarterback competition that's only between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson, and Dylan Gabriel is an afterthought. We heard all the rumblings last year about Dylan Gabriel is the guy going to lead this franchise back, and just undermining everything Shedeur did. Even when Shedeur got the last 7 starts of the game, Jason Lloyd, Adam the Bull, Tony Grossi, Mary Kay Cabot, they was undermining his performance. The performance he had against the Las Vegas Raiders, the first rookie for Cleveland since 2016 to win a start, put up great numbers against the Tennessee Titans, going head-to-head with the number 1 pick in the draft in Cam Ward. He outbested him, but they did lose the game because Kevin Stefanski boneheaded decision. Shedeur Sanders was the first rookie quarterback in a Super Bowl era outside of Joe Burrows to throw for over 360 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. They undermined that, and they just never thought that Shedeur Sanders would pan out. But listening to UCSS, it's diabolical that Jason Lloyd actually has jumped on the other side as of right now, because all the narrative was Deshaun Watson was the leading man in the ball club. He was on route to be quarterback 1. Mary Kay Cabot jumped out there and report first day of OTAs, Deshaun Watson looked good, just give him the starting job. But Shedeur Sanders said, I beg to differ. Pump your brakes. Shedeur Sanders has been showing everybody what he's capable of doing when he gets these first team reps and he works out with the number 1s. Now sitting on UCSS, I want you guys to listen to what Jason Lloyd and Adam the Bull was talking about. And Jason Lloyd basically was asking and called Adam the Bull out, saying, why now? So let's take a listen to what they was talking about when it's in reference to Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Take a listen.
I think Deshaun has shown that he just doesn't have it anymore.
No, he stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he stinks now.
That's what I read into it. Because the way that this was all being framed not that long ago, and I don't understand this, but they were pushing Deshaun. Yeah. Deshaun was going to start.
Jason is right about that.
I think they got out on the field and said, oh boy.
Pump the brakes. Yeah, because Todd Monken is like, well, I didn't see him every day, and this guy used to be great. He must still be great. It must be everybody else's fault, which a lot of the fans want to blame everybody else for Deshaun Watson's failures. And then Todd Monken actually saw him on the field, as you said, and said, no, he does stink. He can't play.
So now what?
Wow. I would hope they're going to do what they should have done all along, and that's let's see if we got anything in Shedeur Sanders.
Wow.
And I think it's safe to say none of us on this panel are big Shedeur believers, but I think we all agree he's the only one that has any, I don't even know if you feel
haters.
this way. I think Dustin and I do at least.
Yeah.
There's at least a chance with Shedeur Sanders, so I might as well see it.
I've been advocating for weeks for him to start.
I know. I don't know if you think there's a chance that he's going to be any good. Even if it's a small chance, you think there's a chance, right?
I mean, yeah.
He's the only one.
There's a chance I can win
Dylan
the lottery
Gabriel
today.
is not a starter. Deshaun
Now they
Watson
shitting on Dylan Gabriel.
stinks. He's washed up.
Now they're saying
so
Deshaun
even if you don't
Watson
think
stinks.
Shedeur's that good, and I'm not convinced he's that good, but I give him a chance that he could be a starter. And in a perfect world, he proves you and I wrong.
Yeah.
And he is a starter because that would put the Browns in a great position to have a starter and to have all these draft picks to use on other things. That would be great. But even if he's not, let's find out, because there's no point. And it was not even worth bringing up Dylan Gabriel because obviously he's not being seriously considered. So even
Now
if we
y'all
wanted
want to
to
shit
consider
on
him,
Dylan
they're
Gabriel.
not considering him. So what's the point? But to start Deshaun Watson is insane. But as I said to Dustin this morning,
So why have you
I
come
was
around
pushing
on
it.
that? Because you pushed back
Listen to
on that
Jason.
before.
so I was but I've been saying this now for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
My first thought
got called
in the
out.
beginning of the
Put on the
offseason
spot.
was, if the coach believes Deshaun Watson gives him a better chance to win,
Had to
then
take a
play
deep
him.
breath,
Yeah.
man.
But I said consistently, I think I said there was a 1% chance he could recapture what he was. So I didn't think that was the case. And unless it was clear that he
This
was
is
so much
crazy
better,
work.
but
Did the Miles
Garrett trade pushed me
changed
fully
you?
in the other
'Cause
case.
it
I
changed-
was already trending towards let's play Shedeur because what's the point?
Yeah.
Man, look at this, man.
But the
Are
Miles
y'all
Garrett
listening
trade put
to
me
what
over
I'm
the top
listening
because
to?
it's like, okay, well now they're not. Any chance they had of being a surprise team, I think, went out the window. And now the only chance of them being a surprise team is that Shedeur Sanders ends up being better than we think he's going to be.
Yeah.
So I might as well see that. And if he stinks, that's fine too, because they'll be bad and they'll draft a player. And the defense probably won't. The defense will probably still be good, but won't be good enough to bail out a horrible offense.
Man, do you hear what them guys was talking about? I can't believe that Jason Lloyd started advocating for Shedeur, saying he'd been on this train for a week. See, what happened is these guys been seeing some of the things that we've been seeing in OTA and mini camp. And this is the stuff that we've been talking about, because this is what's been going on. They've been seeing this footage of Shedeur out there working with the number ones and the number twos all at once. And, he's making plays out there. Even though it's just in shorts and a T-shirt and a helmet, we got to see what it looks like in pads. But we saw what it looked like in pads last year from where he started from. And he got the last 7 starts of the game, and we saw the progress. He ended the season on a 2-game win streak, beating divisional opponents in Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. So I think Jason Lloyd has come to a realization that, man, give this guy a chance, man. I've seen some things from the footage that we're seeing, because now Jason Lloyd can't say the things that he said last year about Shedeur, because Kevin Stefanski is not there to give him this information. And then Adam the Bull, you just made yourself look totally bad. You're just jumping around all over the place, man. You just all over the place with your stuff now. You're just trying to fit in now, because G. Bush been on there calling you out all this time. And I think you now just came to the realization that Shedeur Sanders might prove you wrong, and he is going to prove you wrong. And that's the bad thing about it. So the thing about it is, all these clips that we seeing, Jason Lloyd and Adam Bull got access to this stuff too, man. And Shedeur Sanders, man, he's going to make them eat their words. They're going to eat crow. And I can't believe that, Jason Lloyd actually called Adam the Bull out on UCSS without G. Bush being there. Why come y'all couldn't do this when G. Bush was trying to tell y'all all the times that he appeared on UCSS and he was telling y'all about Shedeur Sanders, but y'all didn't want to hear it? And then Jason Lloyd said, why now, Adam the Bull? Why are you pushing back now? I'm telling you, this is crazy work, man. We got all the receipts, man. This is what's the problem with this Cleveland media and these insiders, man. Like, they advocated for Deshaun Watson so much, but now Deshaun Watson stinks. Now he don't have it. But y'all saw some videos of him in the offseason, putting in work, throwing the ball to Jerry Jeudy, and y'all just jumped out there. Yeah, that's our quarterback. That's quarterback one. Man, I see everybody in the comments section, hashtag salute. You're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.